Yes, people, what's happening? Nice one for coming back to the Fuse UK. It's much appreciated as always. Tonight's guest we've got on Mr. Tom Scott. Absolutely unbelievable performance of BKFC 40 in Leeds the other night. How are you doing, Tom, lad? You all right, mate?
I'm good, Lou, thanks. Yourself?
Good, man. I'm spot on, thank you, mate. How are you feeling, bro?
I'm good, mate. Very good. I've, still not come down yet.
Yeah, I can imagine, mate. I can imagine.
What a show. So, say not just obviously my fight, but all the other fights were brilliant, weren't they?
Yeah, mate, it was unbelievable, mate. Absolutely. I'll never forget that night, mate. It's like one of them nights out. All the nights are going to be like that, but that night, mate, was just unbelievable to witness it live, mate.
Yeah, it was good. Loved it.
How did you feel like after the fight and that?
It's hard to explain. Like honestly, like nothing really compares to something like that, especially when you've put your body on the line like that. You're going against all your natural defenses. And even when I went outside, I went and seen my girlfriend and I seen all my friends and stuff. It's like they were all trying to speak to me and stuff, and I still wasn't there with them, if that makes sense. I was like, it is a weird feeling, and like any fighter you'll ask in the world, like they'll say, like, how does it feel? They can't describe it.
Yeah,
it's strange.
I thought that we'd go through the 3 knockdowns that got scored, mate, and just for the people who never actually got to see the fight. I'm just going to play them now. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's
Is the
stiff jab 1-2. Hook right back with the left hand from Gorski. Gorski now with the right hand on the counter, and down goes.
That was a push.
Yeah, good 3 punches landed though.
Yeah, there's I think the reason for that, like obviously when he was coming inside, like he got caught with a few shots and he went to grab hold of me, and as he grabbed hold of me, I did push him in that. So like that if you notice after that clip, like I touched his hand to say, look, it was a push, because obviously they give him a count. I don't agree it was a count, but obviously the ref see from a different angle. He was getting caught on the weigh-in, but for me, he weren't in trouble, if that makes sense. And I just stopped him from coming on to me, so I pushed him, so he went over. So for me, that wasn't a knockdown.
What before going to the second knockdown, what were your thoughts on Gorski in the first round? What did it feel like? Was he what you expected him to be like?
Pretty much what I expected, and he can fucking punch. Like he caught me with some shots, and I can take a punch and that, obviously, but I felt it straight away. So this is another reason which it was a good idea for me to stick to my game plan and stick to making him miss and then countering, because you don't want to be hit with shots like that. As much as he was swinging, but he did it hard. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I'll play the second knockdown now.
Gorski on his back foot, taking himself against the ring ropes. Straight punches. That's a clean knockdown. Knockdown number 2 here in round 3.
That knockdown was a knockdown, wasn't it, mate? That was beautiful.
Yeah, I caught him with the jab as he was coming in, and I hit him on his temple, with the right hand, and then I felt him fall on me. That's why I stepped back and he just fell over. But yeah, that was a knockdown. It's a weird one as well, because he was strong. Like the first 2 rounds, he was still, even though I was hitting him with shots that had put people to sleep, he was still coming, which, like I said in previous interviews, I was expecting that. I mean, the guy's used to getting hit by heavyweights.
Yeah.
But I knew what I had to do was just be accurate and just keep hitting him, and eventually it is going to take its toll, which showed there.
Yeah, in the fight, you don't half land some. He takes some punishment, doesn't he?
I couldn't believe it, honestly. And the next knockdown, you show that, I thought that's it. It's got to be it. And he's on his hands and knees, his gum shield's out, and he looks around and he gets back. I was like, wow. What?
Mate, and to say that how many shots he took, his face wasn't cutting out, was it? It was just bruises.
Yeah, I seen him afterwards, and I went in the change room to see him, and his head was swollen like a bloody melon, but no cuts. He had a bit of a cut on the inside of his nose. That was about it. Even me in the first round, I got a gash on my eye.
he's the third knockdown now, the finishing shot in round 4.
He did the hard part. He got his opponent's hands up. Now he's got to come back with some body shots. Oh,
there's the right hand. The straight 2 off the jab. The feinted jab, the right hand from Scott. Good, clean technical striking. The overhand right and knockdown number 3.
And just look at these total strikes right here. Almost tripling up for Scott. I hope he doesn't get up, and if he does, I hope they just stop it.
Mouthpiece out. Mouthpiece in. Chris Baxeldor will let this fight continue, but he will no doubt be taking a very close look. Scott, no rush, being very technical, very precise, landing big power punches. Now is the fighter from Blackpool, England, Tom Scott. Gorski showing tremendous heart, tremendous toughness, and he is really taking big shots. Huge left hand, right hand. We might be done, and we are. Game, set, match, Tom Scott.
Yeah, mate. The jabs were.
What a hard man. You know what I mean? Like I said there on that third one there, I can pretty much see by my body reaction. I hit him with an over-under, and then I hit him with a straight backhand clean, and he went over, and I thought, that's it. It's got to be it. And I turned around when I see him putting his gum shield on his back. I thought, where's this guy come from? Seriously.
Did your hands hold up all right as well?
They didn't break, but they're seriously swollen. You see, yeah, they didn't break this time. Like I say, the conditioning that I told you, but like it worked, so that helps.
And I spotted you on the morning of the fight when we did our little podcast in that room, and I just knew you were ready, mate. Like you were in great shape. You looked fresh as a daisy. Like mentally, you just seemed like you were dying to get in there and just can put a performance on.
Honestly, if you ask my cousin, he was one of my cornermen, you know, the one that comes to the interview with me, like he was telling me, he went, just calm down, because I was in the, like, obviously we was in the same room together, and I was just walking around. As soon as I woke up in the morning, I was walking around, and I was shadowboxing. I went, Tom, just calm down. In the changing rooms, he was like, you need to settle down. He said, we've not got enough bananas to feed your energy. And I was just like, I just want to get in there, because you know, when you're in yourself, you know, you want to get in there and do it. So yeah, it's hard that obviously everything that I planned in my head and everything that I trained to do, it worked.
Yeah, it definitely did, mate. And it's the worst part, isn't it? Because obviously you have to get there a bit early, and you're just in the changing rooms waiting all night to go on.
Yeah. I mean, what was good about this one, obviously, it's like, because when you come out the changing rooms, you look to your left. There's a big screen on there, so we could see some of the other fights. So I got to see a few of the fights while I was warming up, and I had to keep doing that because I was doing, obviously, everyone in the changing room was doing the reading, so I was just like buzzing around everywhere. I just wanted to do something, so I just stood outside for a little bit and watched some of the fights.
What was your thoughts on the other fights?
Some belters, weren't there? Honestly, yeah. I mean, I can't remember everyone's name, and I mean, the first fight, it was a good fight. I saw that briefly. I think he had the best entrance tune of the whole show.
Which one was that? Which fighter?
The first fight, yeah. I was outside and I was dancing, so I nearly wasted all my energy on his entrance tune.
Class. I think it was Aaron Blakey's.
That's it, Aaron Blakey. Yeah, I've been speaking to him actually on Instagram. He's a nice lad.
Yeah, he's a good lad, Aaron Blakey. But the other fights as well, Frank Ortonelli and Luke Nevin, that was a good fight.
Yeah, that was good. And I mean, obviously, I've been speaking to Luke quite a bit. Obviously, we was in the hotel together. I had breakfast with him. We spent a lot of time with Luke. He was ready for the fight and stuff. It was one of those. I mean, for me, I thought Luke were boxing brilliant. But that guy just keeps coming, doesn't he, and coming, and then obviously what happened. Like, but Luke will be back 100%. There's a different experience for him on the BKFC. I mean, he even said it to myself, but 100% he'll be back.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously
Lee Brown's fight as well. Wow,
Yeah, Lee Brown as well. Yeah,
Wow.
good with the hands on the knees, like they're just.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, I can't like. Everyone knows like Lee can bang and stuff like that. There's one of I think it was the fourth round. He hit that kid with the right hand. I thought that's it. Just come straight back at him. I thought, fucking hell,
Yeah.
what is he made of?
It's mad, mate. Like it's crazy how much heart you fighters have. Like, because obviously you're the same, mate. You won't go down. You'll fight until you fucking nailed to the floor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just crazy how you can just push on and your face is cut and you just keep going forward and fighting.
It's just a like warrior's mentality, innit? I mean, it's kill or be killed, as it says.
We have bare knuckle fighters as well, though. Like some bare knuckle fighters who won't go that far. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
different.
No, I get that.
You get what I mean?
They're like they say, you know, when you see people saying about poster boys and things like that, these are the people who want to go in there and have a little go in that, and then they realise when they're in there, like, what it's about.
Yeah.
It's not a nice place to be in if you don't really believe you can do it.
Yeah, of course, mate. Imagine. Especially going to fight a man who's just as game as you, been training 3 months to take your head off.
And again, a lot of people that don't really know like the bare knuckle world and that, like all these lads, they've trained, and like a lot of them are professional fighters, and so they know when they're all ready. They're not just people that have rolled off the street. It's like, you know what I mean? I mean, you go out on the street, you can fight people and that, but they don't know how to fight. These are trained fighters, so you know you have to go in there and train your ass off to beat them because they've got the same mentality as you.
That's what I mean. Like all the superstars that are turning over to the bare knuckle now, it's like a proper skilled sport in it. It's not like just people having a few pints and fighting bare knuckle in the ring. Yeah,
well, that's the thing as well. Now it is actually attracting more and more people. It's getting more interesting for these professional stars because, without sounding bad, like I love boxing. That's my sport and that, but it's getting boring because
all the corruption and bullshit in it.
That's it. And with this, it's like if you want to be the best, you've got to fight the best. Simple as that. Whoever they say, right, we've got this guy for you. If you start going, oh no, I don't really want to fight him, and that, it just shows who you are, basically. If you want to be the best, you just fight whoever's put in front of you.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I totally agree with you. And I've got to ask you, of course, about the main card, mate. The main event. Everything about it, mate. Even the music cutting off and everything just being like,
mate,
just fucking out.
I ended up sitting with the people that come down to watch me, and they was asking me questions and that. And they was like, why have they walked out with no music? It's intense, that, innit? I don't think that was meant to happen, but that's built like a bit more like, made it a bit more intense on it. But yeah, wow, what a fight. I mean, I spoke to Danny afterwards as well, and I said it pretty much went how I thought it was. Like Anthony would like be boxing. He looked the more controlled boxer type, but Danny's pressure is something else. You know what I mean? He just kept coming and coming. And when you're hitting someone as hard as you can, and they're just coming forward and that, it takes a lot out of you mentally. And that's what it was, you know what I mean? Like in my eyes, that's how it looked from where I was. Like he just kept coming and coming and coming, and then the shots that he caught him with, brilliant.
Yeah, it was perfect, mate. Like speechless by the way it went, mate. When we were there, like I couldn't believe it, mate. Like the way it went. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to a rematch as well, like because obviously, like now there's a bit of something going on. Now it's like Anthony will have that in him now. I'm right, I need to come back. I'm going to do this and that, so it's going to be even bigger, the rematch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's going down in weight. I think Anthony Holmes.
It's what? Sorry,
Anthony Holmes is going down in weight.
Right. Okay.
But I know he said he'll take that rematch though if it comes on the table for him. I think
he's a big man though, Anthony, and he's going down the weight. He's a big lad.
Yeah, apparently he's comfortable at the weight below, more comfortable at the weight below.
What's the weight below? My weight. No, mine's 7.
No. What did the fight out? Light heavyweight?
They fought at 85, and no cruiserweight they was at.
Oh yeah, so it'll be light heavyweight, won't it? Yeah.
It'll be good to see him at that weight as well, because he can move already at like a bigger size than that. So his mobility and stuff will be even better, won't it, when he's gone down the weight?
Yeah, definitely. And he'll probably carry a lot of power down with him as well,
Yeah,
won't he?
100%. I mean, he's a big, strong lad, and his IQ's good as well. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he's a very good fighter, Anthony Holmes. So
yeah, definitely, mate. He's not the most decorated fighter for no reason, is he? But
exactly.
When you got someone like Danny in your face, mate, the fighter he is.
There's a reason he's called the Bastard.
100%, mate. 100%. Like, fucking, the man is hard as nails, mate.
Yeah.
And you have to fucking treat him with something special if you're going to do out with him, innit? That's just. Yeah, 100%, mate, because he'll just keep coming at you, and he'll fuck it. Before them 5 rounds are up, he's definitely going to land one of them on you, 1 or 2, and that's enough to put you at a kip, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
Unbelievable, mate, as if he's the champion as well. But yeah, mate, what's next for Tom Scott? When are you next out, mate? Too soon?
I'm going to have a bit of a rest now, but spend a bit of time with my family and that. And my missus is actually having a boxing match in June, so I'm going to spend a bit of time training her up for that.
I didn't know you missed the sport.
Yeah, she's had a few fights. She was decent. But she's not fought for a little bit now, but she's getting, well, she's going to have another one. I think she misses getting punched in the face. So yeah, she's having one in June. So I'm going to concentrate on her a little bit, and then I'm hoping after that I'll be on the next one.
Cushy, mate. Cushy. What's it feel like seeing your missus get in the boxing ring?
It's horrible, mate.
Can imagine.
She's good though. I'll give her that. She's decent, but yeah, it's horrible. I get more nervous for, like, obviously my cousin who you met, he fights as well, and I've done his corner, I've trained him, and it's I get more nervous for them, like for them fights, than doing myself, because obviously it's out of my hands when they get in the ring. Do you know what I mean? It's so, yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
I can imagine, mate. But I really appreciate you coming on, mate. Before we wrap it up, is there any shout-outs, sponsors, anything like that you'd like to give a big up to, bro?
I can't remember all the sponsors now, but like they'll probably be watching anyway. So I know
I ask all the time, mate, but it's just in case you have a new one or something's changed.
Yeah, no, not yet, but it's like, obviously, I'm going to thank them all and thank everyone that came to watch the show. Without support and obviously without sponsors and that, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
So I appreciate everything, and I appreciate obviously the BKFC and everyone who's given me the opportunity to fight on these shows.
Great stuff, mate, and really appreciate you coming on. We'll definitely stay in touch like we do, mate. Do some more interviews and that, and congratulations, mate, on a great performance. Tom Scott is back.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
No worries, mate. I'll speak to you soon then, Tom, yeah?
Yeah, see you later, Lou.
Speak soon, mate. Bye. Yes, people, nice one for tuning in there. It's much appreciated. If you haven't seen it, go and watch that fight. Tom Scott was on fire. It's going to be a serious problem in the weight. What have we got in the comments? Dangerous Darren, Courtwall North Crew. Tony Meehan in the house, having his BKB debut very soon. I think it's the 22nd. He's going to smash it a bit, Tony boy. Big up Dangerous Darren, Coco, Dangerous Darren. I'm going to cut this video off so it's a separate podcast, people, but respect everyone tuning in. Much appreciated.